Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like Julieta, maybe your connection's a little bit off. Ksenia, how's it going with you?
I'm fine, hello.
Okay. And how's your day today?
Mm, it is my day off, so nothing special.
Okay. What have you been up to?
Mm, I was reading and watching TV shows all day.
Okay. Nice. It sounds enjoyable.
Yes.
What'd you read?
The same story, Husband's Secrets. The
Okay.
Husband's Secret.
Okay. Nice. All right. And Michael, welcome to class. How's it going, Michael?
Hello, Joshua. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks.
Okay.
And yeah, what have you been up to, Michael?
Today is a good day because we have an Indian summer. Is the idiom to say that when the autumn is quite warm? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went to the beach to swimming, and yeah, it's quite strange in this period of the year, but it's we're likely we have very good weather. So yeah.
Okay. Nice. Sounds enjoyable.
Yeah.
Making the most of the good weather. Okay.
And yeah, I went with some friends of my son, and one of them is Joshua too.
Nice.
He's
Cool.
from Venezuela. This boy. Yeah.
Wow, that's a strange name for Venezuelan.
Yeah.
How do they pronounce his name?
Joshua too.
Wow. Okay. All right. And Kimin.
Yeah.
Kimin, how's it going?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, thanks.
Nice. And Kimin, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, actually, it would be more correct. Chi.
Chi?
C-H-E. Chi Min. Yeah.
Kimin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chi. Yeah. Thanks.
Perfect. Kimin, where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Myanmar, but actually, I'm living at Scotland, studying.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
How do you like Scotland?
Yeah, it's a nice place. Apart from weather, it's really cold here. Yeah.
Yeah, in the winter too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, getting to be winter, I guess. Okay. Yeah, good to meet you, Chi-Min.
Yeah.
And
Nice to meet you too.
Natasha.
Yeah.
Thanks. Natasha, how's it going?
Hello. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. And Natasha, what have you been up to?
Sorry?
What have you been up to recently? What have you been doing?
Oh, okay, I see. It's really not something special. I have had a regular day with my usual deals today. Maybe I don't think that it's really interesting for you. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I mean, always something cool. All right. And Julieta, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, a little bit better. All right. Yeah, what have you been up to today, Julieta?
I just cleaned up my room and reading.
Okay, nice. What have you been reading?
Krabat.
One more time?
Krabat.
I'm not sure if I'm familiar.
It's a story of an orphan who went as apprentice in a water mill. But this water mill is magic, and there is a master that is a magician. So.
Cool. It sounds cool. Nice.
And it is gothic too.
It's gothic?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. It sounds really interesting. Okay, and I think for now at least that's everybody. Get started with today's class and talk about the environment a little bit. Let's start with Chi-Min. Chi-Min, can you read the title in the next lines?
All right, but I can't see any title yet.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
it'll pop.
Okay. What can I do? Okay, I can see it. Yeah, the environment. Today we will read comics about the environment, practice a role plays between an industrialist and a conservative, read about climate change.
Okay, let's look at industrialist. Can you repeat industrialist
Industrialist,
and conservationist?
conservationist.
Nice. Good. Okay, and maybe let's have Chimin. Can you ask Ksenia the first question?
Okay. So, can you name any big environmental issues facing the world today?
I think the most dangerous is a lack of water, of fresh water in the future.
Okay.
And the second, maybe the holes in the ozone layer. Oh my god, how I
The
can say
ozone
it.
layer. The ozone layer?
Ozone layer, yeah, so the sun will hit more powerfully. How to say? Oh my god.
Say sun will hit more powerfully.
Yeah, more powerfully. And it is going to be dangerous.
Okay. Good. Okay. Ozone depletion. Yeah, so like the ozone layer depletion, or like the thinning ozone layer. You could say something like that too. Okay.
Okay.
And Ksenia, can you ask Heidi the next question?
Heidi, what are some things humans can do to protect the environment?
It's very difficult because the human population increased too much and still increasing. And there are a lot of war. They are breaking the environment. Even though developed countries develop some new device to reduce CO2 or something, but still they are burning or breaking the environment. So it's very difficult. At least we need to live in a peacefully. And we have to cooperate.
Okay. It's very difficult because the human population increased too much. Maybe is too large?
Too large.
And then we need a verb.
Too large. And are still, no, population is still increasing.
Here.
Pardon?
I didn't hear what you said after there are.
Pardon?
I didn't hear what you said here. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear now.
Okay, so I just wasn't sure what you said here. After there are.
I forgot.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot.
No worries. Okay, so developed countries maybe have developed new devices to reduce the CO2. they're still not breaking, maybe like harming the environment. Okay, but that was good. And Wellington, how's it going? Welcome to class.
Thank you. I'm fine. And you?
Doing pretty well, thanks. And yeah, like I said, welcome. Any questions here? Does anybody have any questions? Okay. And let's have Giulietta, can you read through the words?
Conservation, preservation, national park, climate, pollution, deforestation, contamination, extinction.
Nice, well done. And does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Okay.
Yeah,
Judy,
yeah.
Yes.
I have one question, teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's the difference between conservation and preservation?
I was thinking just the same. Yeah.
Pretty much the same. Conservation and preservation would be
Yeah.
pretty much the same. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can use them interchangeably. Any other questions?
No?
Okay. Giulietta, can you make a sentence using contamination and deforestation, maybe?
Mm. With both deforestation and contamination, we are consuming a lot of woods.
We are consuming a lot of what?
Woods. Forest.
Both deforestation.
We are killing forests.
We're killing forests?
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of we are killing forests? Like that? Yeah. Yeah, that works. Okay. Good. Let's go on. Wellington, can you try the first one?
Okay. The levels of president levels in the next few weeks. The levels of extinction.
Not quite.
Deforestation. Deforestation. I think there.
Okay.
We can
You could
use
say deforestation.
Yeah, we can use many options.
Yeah, deforestation could work. Yeah.
Are reaching unprecedented levels in the next few years.
In the next few years, not are reaching.
Few years. Levels of deforestation will reach. Will
reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because we're talking about the future tense. Okay, good. And so deforestation works. I was thinking pollution, levels of pollution. Or contamination could work as well. But yeah, I mean, deforestation could work. Natasha, what about the next one?
Okay. Last week, the oil industry blocked attempts to pass maybe to pass conservation laws that would have, yes, conservation.
Okay, deforestation could work. Conservation is what I was thinking. Yeah, but both could work.
Okay. Laws that would have protected the country's national parks.
Yeah. Okay, well done. And Vitor, welcome to class. Vitor, how's it going?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Yeah, and
Good
welcome
to
to
see you
class,
again.
Vitor. Yeah, you too. All right, Michael, what about the next one?
Maybe deforestation. Deforestation was slowing down for the
Okay.
past few years in the Amazon. Unfortunately, this year the rate increased once more.
Yeah, you could definitely use the past progressive was slowing down for the past few years. Maybe had been slowing down using the past perfect,
Yeah.
but was could work as well. So yeah, I think you're good there. Nicely done.
Okay.
Chimin, what about the next one?
All right. Okay. There are many species faced with extinction. Now that the Earth is to become so unstable. The Earth about to become so unstable.
The Earth's what?
The Earth about to become so unstable.
We need to find another word. So we need to fill in another word here.
All right. Okay. The Earth is becoming.
Okay, so again,
Yeah.
first, before we conjugate, we need to fill in another word.
Another word.
So
The
what
Earth.
word do we put here?
The Earth. National parks.
The national parks are becoming unstable?
I don't think so. So
There's
climate.
another.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Climate.
climate.
Yeah.
And then how do we conjugate this?
The Earth climate has become.
Okay, yeah, you could say has become.
Yeah. So unstable.
Yeah, good. Can you read the whole sentence?
There are many species faced with extinction now that the Earth's climate has become so unstable.
Good, okay. And what about the next one, Ksenia?
I went to that national park yesterday. It was beautiful and I saw tons of animals.
Nice. Well done. Good pronunciation too. All right, does anybody have any questions here? Okay. Let's go on. Let's read some idioms. Heidi, can you read through the idioms?
A drop in the ocean, a ray of sunshine, a bit around the bush. Go with the flow.
Okay. And do you know any of these idioms, Heidi?
Easy one is a bit around the bush.
Okay. What's beat around the bush mean?
Please hit just ahead of the nail. Don't beat around the bush.
Okay, so just hit the nail on the head. Okay, so what's it mean?
I mean, you should say the most important point directly. Don't say anything around that. But how can I say?
Okay, you should say the most important point directly. Yeah. So you shouldn't approach a problem or a topic kind of sideways. So you should say what you want to say immediately. Good. Okay. And Julieta, any of the others? Do you know?
Go with the flow.
Okay. What's it mean?
Follow the stream of events.
Okay. How would you use it in a sentence?
I don't want to make a decision. I just will go with the flow.
Okay. Good. Really well done. Okay. And Wellington. What about the remaining two?
Array of sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it means the hope. The hope in between. The hope.
Not quite the hope.
It's not the hope.
No. It's a little bit different. Does anybody know a ray of sunshine?
Maybe just nice person in something gray, no? We can say of the person, you are a ray of sunshine in this room.
Yeah, so a nice person, perhaps during a bad situation. Yeah. So we would say it's like someone who is being especially nice or helping us out in a hard time. Wellington, do you think you could use that in a sentence?
Yes. Okay. The first election of the first election of from Barack Obama. Barack Obama. I you rephrase. Barack Obama was a ray of sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Barack Obama was a ray of sunshine for to the Americans after many years of a Republican government.
Yeah. Nice. Good sentence. Yeah, that would be perfect. That would be a really good use of it. Nice job, Wellington.
Yeah, because this I said a hope.
Okay, that's why I said a hope. Yeah, I mean that's reasonable. So like somebody who brings hope would be a ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
Or something that is hopeful. Yeah, I guess that works. Okay. Vitor, what about the next one?
A drop in the ocean. It means a small amount if you compare to amount that is needed. Like
compared to the amount.
Okay, an example. I think I have money in my bank account, but it's a drop in the ocean compared to Warren Buffett bank's account.
Yeah.
Right?
Good. Yeah.
Don't shoot us.
I think I can't. What was that? Okay, yeah, good. Really good example. All right, and And does anybody have any questions here?
Can I say drop in the bucket?
Yeah, a drop in the ocean, a drop in the bucket. Both would work. Good. Any other questions? Maybe, what about one more? What about that one? Natasha, what's the neck of the woods?
Well, I don't know, but maybe it's like heart of the woods. No, it's like a Russian idiom, heart of the woods or heart of something. Maybe so about neck of the woods.
It's a little bit different. Does anybody know what neck of the woods means?
In the middle of nowhere.
Not quite. Not in the middle of nowhere.
It might mean referring to neighbor.
Yeah, I think it's an area of the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean people around them, no?
So an area where someone lives or is from. So you could say, I'll be in your neck of the woods this weekend. Do you want to meet up? It's like, I'll be close to you, to where you live.
So does that not mean staying at the same house?
No, not in the same house, just in the same area, the same area.
Okay.
Make sense? Okay. And Ksenia, do you think you could use it? Oh, sorry, Natasha, do you think you could use it in a sentence?
Wow, I have to be creative maybe. Okay. I would like to visit the neck of the woods of giraffes.
You could say, I would like to visit the neck of the woods where giraffes live.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, can you read the whole sentence?
Okay, I would like to visit the neck of the woods where giraffes live.
Good. Okay. And does anybody have any questions here? Okay, let's go on. Maybe Michael. No, neck of the woods doesn't mean it's far away. It just means where somebody lives. So, welcome to my neck of the woods. It's like, welcome to where I live. Or, you know, this is the first time I've been in this neck of the woods. This is the first time I've been in area. So it's really just means kind of area. Hopefully that makes sense. Michael, can you explain this comic?
I think that the comics try to explain.
Michael, sorry, hold on one second too. Can you remove the microphone a little bit from your mouth? I'm just getting a lot of breathing sounds.
Sorry, maybe yes now.
Okay,
Better?
now it's better. Yeah.
Sorry. Maybe the comic tries to explain that we have to talk or speak less and do more. For instance, in this example, we can see that we are using a lot of paper, but we don't have trees because the bad use of the paper. All the adverts are saying that save the trees. We can save the trees.
Advertisements or the flyers or the notices. I think flyers would be the best.
Okay. Save the trees, but to save the trees, we need to use less paper. Um, in this image, we can see just the opposites. We are using a lot of paper, and the consequence is that we don't have trees.
Yeah. Nice. That was perfect. Does anybody have anything else to add? Anybody? Okay. Yeah, that was a really nice job, Michael. Ksenia, can you explain why you think it's about you? What do you mean?
Yes, I'm just typing. I'm against killing animals for the furs, but actually I like and I wear the fur coats and some jackets with fur and the boots from leather, made of leather.
Leather boots.
Yes, leather boots.
Okay. So in certain ways, like hypocritical. Okay. Yeah. Good. Nice.
No, not too good.
Good answer. Okay, and yeah, I think we're good. Does anybody have anything to add to explain this comic, or anything else they wanna say? Okay. Let's skip that. Let's look at this one, and let's have Heidi. Can you read the role of the industrialist?
Industrialist, you think that your country should be drilling for oil in the far north. There is a lot of oil in the ground, and the project will create jobs as well as stimulate the economy. Best of all, it will reduce the country's dependency on foreign oil. Huh? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I just said countries plural.
Countries' dependency on foreign oil. Convince your friend that the country should begin drilling.
Good. Okay, that sounded good. Nice job with dependency, stimulate, good pronunciation. Juliet, can you read the role of the conservationist?
I don't think the country should be drilling. The ecosystem in the north is fragile, and if anything happens, lots of wildlife will be affected. Furthermore, this oil will eventually help contribute to global warming. Convince your friend that the oil should stay in the ground.
Good. Nice. Maybe just fragile.
Fragile.
Okay, and let's have let's have Wellington. Can you start out as the industrialist?
Okay. Okay. We have a lot dependence of countries from the Middle West because geez, now we are spending a lot of money and we are sending our youngers to wars that in the deep uh, um, have um, in the deep try to protect our the deep try to protect our right about oil and And because this, I think we have to drill our soil.
Okay. Um, we have a lot of dependence. Maybe we depend heavily on countries from the Middle West.
Middle East, sorry.
Yeah. And we're spending a lot of money and we're sending our...
No, we are spending a lot of money and we are sending our younger.
We wouldn't say youngers. We could say our young men and women.
Okay. To wars.
I didn't know. In the deep?
No, 2 years. Let's finish 2 wars.
Okay. Maybe to war, just in general.
To war.
Okay. Good. I think that's good. And let's have Vitor. How would you respond?
I think we should invest in research because
Vitor, are you there? Have I lost you?
we may find different technologies to produce like gasoline, and it will reduce the consumption of the oil and gas.
Instead of saying of the oil and gas, we would just say of oil and gas.
Of oil and gas, okay.
Okay, good. Natasha, how would you respond?
I see your point of view, but I suppose that this research needs a lot of money and time. We haven't anything. So, during the scientists will work on this side to do this investigate, we can obtain oils without them. And it really can help our country to increase our lifestyle and to be more developed.
Our standard of life.
Yeah, okay. Standard of life, yeah.
Be more developed. Okay, so you said while the scientists?
Mm-hmm.
While the scientists investigate, we can obtain oil without them. Okay, it will help our country increase our standard of life. Okay, nice. Michael, how would you respond?
As a conservationist, maybe I think that we need to focus in the priorities. The main problem is not our country's economy. It is the global situation of the earth.
Mm. Okay. Nice, really good grammar. The main problem is not our country. Sorry, I keep doing that. It's really annoying. Okay. And Chimen, how would you respond?
Yeah, I will respond as a conservative.
You'd be the industrialist here.
Oh, I have to. Okay.
Sorry.
So, because that oil is the most important resource to drive the country economy, and so we need to explore that areas if there are abundant wine in it.
We need to. Can you repeat that?
We need to extract resources from that areas because it is within our territory, and we have to do anything for developing our citizen.
Okay, we have to do
any possible. We have to do
everything we can.
Everything we can, yes. That is
develop
our nation.
Okay, good. And Ksenia, how would you respond as the conservationist?
Honestly, I think that the oil is real evil. All wars and many bad things are started because of it.
Many bad things are started because of it?
Yes. And we should drop this idea with oil and consider another way, like wind, how to say, I forgot, wind, water, and something like that.
Okay. And maybe we should drop this idea of oil and consider, instead of saying another way, which is just one.
Ways.
Other ways. Wind, water. Okay. Heidi, how would you respond?
I agree with you. We should think about another natural resource. Another resource for the energy. But so far, you can't stop driving car or using a heater or air conditioner or anything, or like electricity. To produce electricity, we need to use a lot of oil. Importing oil from oil industry country, oil producing country means we need to accept their opinion.
Okay, nice. Really well done. And good grammar. And Giulietta, how would you respond?
In my opinion, we need to change our lifestyle because the oil will finish anyway, and I protest this loathsome idea.
Nice. Maybe instead of "will be finished anyways," "will be gone eventually."
Will be gone eventually.
I protest this loathsome idea. Okay. Nice use of loathsome. I think we're good. Does anybody have any questions here?
Yes, this last word, loathsome. What's the meaning of loathsome?
Okay, Giulietta?
It is something that is really bad and that you hate.
Something that's really bad that you hate. Okay, good.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Any other questions? let's go. We could do a little bit of reading. Let's have Wellington. Can you read the title in the first little paragraph? Wellington?
Oh, okay. Global warming. What to do? Reduce emissions. We must significantly reduce the earth-trapping emissions we are putting into the atmosphere. As individuals, we can help by taking action to reduce our personal carbon emissions. But to fully address the threat of global warming, we must demand action from our elected leaders.
Nice, okay. Let's look at heat trapping. Heat.
Heat.
Individuals.
Individuals.
Maybe individuals.
Okay, individuals.
Right.
Okay. It's very similar with the Portuguese, so.
Okay. Yeah, it is. The word is almost the same. Can you repeat threat as well? Threat? Threat. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
And Anna Carolina, welcome to class. How's it going?
I am fine, thank you.
Nice.
Sorry, I know that I am really late.
No worries. Welcome to class. Good to have you. Okay. And Vitor, can you read the next little paragraph?
Stop deforestation. Tropical deforestation accounts for about 10% of the world heat-trapping emissions. Reducing tropical deforestation can significantly lower global warming emissions and plays an integral role in a comprehensive long-term solution to global warming.
Nice. Really good job with integral role. Let's look at emissions.
Emissions.
And deforestation.
Deforestation, okay.
And significantly.
Significantly.
Yeah. Okay. And I think we're good. Natasha, what about the next little paragraph?
Okay. Fight misinformation. Why has it been so difficult to achieve meaningful solutions to global warming? Media pundits, partisan think tanks, and special interest groups raise doubts about the truth of global warming. This barrage of misinformation misleads and confuses the public and makes it more difficult to implement effective solutions.
Nice, really well done. This barrage.
Okay.
Yeah, barrage. Okay. And I think that's good. Does anybody have any questions so far?
I
Yes.
have one question, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Partisan think tanks, what does it mean? And also media pundits.
Okay. Does anybody have any ideas what a partisan think tank is?
Partisan is something like guerrilla. We learned another lesson now.
Ooh, yeah.
Some kind of.
It's like one side in this case. So if you're a partisan, you're like really strongly on one side of an issue. So a partisan think tank would be a group of people who are paid by people who like are really strongly on one side of an issue to defend that issue or like to think of excuses for that issue. So it's like a really one-sided and not open-minded group of people who are trying to think of answers.
So this is a word for disapproving? No.
Yeah, I mean, a partisan think tank, I mean, you could have it for like a tobacco group. And so the think tank would be like thinking of ways in which tobacco is good for you. You know,
Yeah.
it calms your stress, it looks really cool. You know, they're thinking of like different ideas as like to make that one side of the subject look good or be good. And a media pundit is like a media professional or somebody who's like brought in by the media to talk about a thing as an expert. And oftentimes they're not necessarily experts. That makes sense?
All right, thanks.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. And where were we? Michael, I think it was you. Can you read the last little paragraph?
Prepare for impacts. Certain consequences of global warming are now inevitable, including sea level rise, more frequent and severe heat waves, and growing wildfire risks. Even as we work to reduce global warming emissions, we must also prepare for this dangerous new reality.
Okay, let's look at severe.
Severe.
Severe wildfire?
Wildfire.
Yeah, wildfire. Okay, good. And questions here. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, and maybe we can finish. A pundit. It's like a pundit would be kind of like an expert. A media pundit is like, it has a connotation as like a false expert and a kind of, so somebody who comes in and is interviewed as an expert probably aren't necessarily the best expert, or yeah, they're very one-sided. Would be a media pundit. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's go and have Jimin. Can you read the comic?
Okay. Comics. Sometimes I think the surest sign that the intelligence life exists elsewhere in the universe is that Nanois has tried to contact us.
Elsewhere. Can you repeat elsewhere?
Elsewhere. Elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
Okay, good. And what do you think that means, Jimin?
Anywhere apart from here.
Yeah, elsewhere means somewhere. What does a comic mean, though? What's the meaning of the comic?
I think it's the... No. I'm not sure what it means.
Okay, it's a tricky one. Xenia, do you have any ideas?
Yes, Kelvin thinks that human some kind of cruel person, and we cut every tree on our way, make a contamination everywhere, so we are spoiling everything. And the aliens are afraid of us because if we are knowing that they exist, we may come to the planets and spoil it too.
Okay. May come to their planet and spoil it too. Maybe. So I think that's good. Carbon thinks that humans are some kind of cruel what?
Cruel creature?
Yeah, creature would be good. And we cut every tree on our way.
And make
to make, or on our way to making a lot of contamination,
Contamination, yeah.
or on our way to contaminating everything. Yeah. Okay, yeah, on our way to contaminating everything would probably sound the best. We are spoiling everything, and the aliens are afraid of us, and if they know, and if
we know.
We know they exist, when it comes to their planet and spoil it too. Good. I think that's good. I think he's also trying to get at the point that they think that we are unintelligent, so they don't bother contacting us because they think we're unintelligent because of the contaminating and the pollution and all of that. Hopefully that makes sense. But that was a really good explanation. I'm going to have to end class just a second early. I've got another class right after this. If you guys want to join, I'd love to have you all. Thank you guys for coming in. Yeah, and have a really good day.
Thank you
you.
very much.
All right, thank you.
Bye.